Yes. So, as you're finding this ability, did your ability to use, the future life progression or just your own intuition, how did that influence some of your choices? Maybe, why you decided to write the book or when to write the book? Because whenever you decided to write the book, we all know it takes a long time, but it's now coming out at a time in which I think we need it more than ever. So,
Yeah.
did you see something that said,
Yeah.
you know what, now is the time?
But it's my 5th book, so I usually take about 6 months on a book. This one, I spent 3 years researching and 2 years writing. And what I was noticing, I could feel huge amounts of change coming up, and I could see people were starting to not cope. 5 years ago, they were starting to not cope with several things. One, the overwhelm of the amount of information, the amount of emails, the amount of stuff they're meant to be learning. Everybody seems to have far too many, always on a course, always reading, subscribing to everything. We're trying to do too much and we're getting overwhelmed, and people are burning out. They were juggling too many things, kind of hedging their bets because they were scared of making the wrong move. They know the careers, because your career is going to change. Whatever you do, it's going to change. And so they, instead of finding out what they need and honing, they were trying to do several things, hedging their bets. I could really see the strains. I could see the structure of companies changing. So I started talking to people who always seemed to have the edge. And they were different. The way they thought were different. Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, they didn't make their decisions from their current time. They went off into the future and looked backwards. In industry, they say to you, talk to your customers, find out what they want. That used to work. It doesn't work anymore. Nobody knew you wanted an iPhone back then. No, nobody knew phone apps because they didn't exist. Customers wouldn't have said, oh, I want a phone where I can watch a movie and book a flight. They wouldn't have said that. So we have to go into the future and find what we need there. It's like working backwards. We need to work backwards. So I started to realize we needed different strategies. People are actually lonely. They're on their Facebook page. They know thousands of people, but they're lonely because we need our tribe. When you was a kid and you had your mates, you had your friends, you got that kinship. Today you can know thousands of people, but not have that thing where you both laugh at the same silly thing and nobody else gets it. We need that vibe. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we need today, and I just wanted to find out what we needed in order to thrive in the future. Really, really know that you can't. In what we've done up to now is based our ideas of the future on what's gone before. That doesn't work anymore, does it?